on the channel, Jakks Classic Tag Teams, Toys R Us exclusive, Series 5. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our deep dive into the Jakks Classic Superstars series with Jakks Classic Superstars Series 5 Tag Teams, Toys R Us exclusive. Talk about a mouthful there. As you guys know, we've been walking through every Jakks Classic Superstar set. We finished up all the single carded releases. Go back, check those videos out if you missed them. Still to come when we're done with the tag teams, we got deluxe classics. We got the 3-packs. We got the 1-of-100s. We got the rings. We got the box sets. We got the 1-of-3000s. We still got a long ways to go in the Jakks world, and we'll get through all of them every single Tuesday on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. And today, like I said, we're doing Jakks Classic Superstars tag teams. We're up to Series 5. We've talked about this series for 5 weeks now. This is the 5th week. Makes sense, right? Yeah. Toys R Us exclusive. We really didn't know. Like we know in this day and age, we know what's coming out, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ahead of time. Jakks Classic Superstars Tag Team Toys R Us exclusive, we did not. Jakks didn't need to promote these lines like they did the single series line. They didn't have to because they were all pre-ordered by Toys R Us as an exclusive. So it's a little different game. They would just kind of show up and somebody would find them and post them on the internet. But there was no long lead time. We talked about that a lot. And Classic Tag Team Series 1 was a game changer set with the Rockers, the LOD, the Hart Foundation, some heavy hitters in that lineup. Then 2, 3, and 4 had some stumbles along the way. We had a couple of tag teams like the Bushwhackers, we had managers, and we had a lot of feuds basically in a 2-pack. Not terrible, but not the best, not what we were really wanting. We were wanting the heart and soul of our tag teams in the Classic Tag Team set. A couple of feuds are good if they're big money feuds and new wrestlers, stuff like that. But I just felt like Series 2, 3, and 4 were just here and there. You could have made maybe one great series out of those 3. However, once we got to Series 5, this series we're looking at today, game changer. This set them off another dimension. Really got the rocket ship on their back with this set, and it took the tag team we'll call it set to the next level. It really truly did. There was so much lull and clearance items from some of the prior series. After this, I didn't really see any sets on clearance after Series 4. Series 5 was such a strong set, and some really strong sets to come. Some issues on some of those sets. Some really awesome packs that really went south, unfortunately. We'll talk about those in weeks to come, but we're talking about this set today, and we're going to start off with a hot one. However, I'm going to say it right now, you're going to be shocked to hear this. This is not my favorite set of Series 5. Yeah, I said it. It is not. I love it. It's number 2, definitely, but it's a really big, awesome pack. As you guys know, I love these guys. I love the Ultimate Warrior. However, Demolition takes that top spot, and we'll talk about them in a little bit, but this one, holy cow, blew me away when I saw this on the pegs. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 6. My probably biggest wrestling moment as a kid. I still remember it vividly, running home from baseball practice to watch on pay-per-view this match. I was the only believer in the Warrior at the time in my circle, my vicinity, my schoolyard. Everybody else was Hulk Hogan. I was the Ultimate Warrior, man. And I was proven right. Proven right across the whole school ground. I got up on the top of the slide and said, who's the one that knows all about wrestling? It's me. I told you the Ultimate Warrior would win. I told everybody. I shouted it from the top of every slide on the playground. And that's what I did. But Ultimate Warrior, talk about a great 2-pack, a moment in time. How great would this be to have autographed in your collection? I'm not a huge autograph guy, but something like this I'd be all in on. But Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, the really cool thing about this Ultimate Warrior, I don't know if it's really cool, but it's a neat fact, and Jakks gets hit on a lot, yelled at a lot. People complain a lot that, hey, they don't, jazz things up. There's nothing, it's a terrible sculpt, it's a terrible repaint or a re-release, something like that. This one was really cool because this is basically battle-damaged Ultimate Warrior in this pack. The face paint and the chest paint is running off. That was the first time we ever saw something like that. We see it with Mattel in the latest Ultimate Warrior release from the Royal Rumble from the same year as this WrestleMania. He's got the paint coming off his face. Jakks did that first. We got to give Jakks props where props is deserved. They did it first. This is the Ultimate Warrior Series 1, but like I said, the paint is coming off. It's a little more battle damaged Ultimate Warrior, if you'd call it that. So I thought that was a really cool piece. When I first saw this, I said, oh, it's the same Warrior. And then when you look close, you could tell, holy cow, it is different. We got a brand new Hulk Hogan in here. A head sculpt, I think they only used, my memory serves me, they only used this head sculpt one time for Hulk Hogan. So that's a cool little feature there. Hulk's maybe a touch small in this one. I think I preferred Hulk in the 2-pack with Andre the Giant. That was I think maybe a Smith's exclusive, which was later sold maybe at Big Lots in the United States. We'll talk about that down the line. I like that body on Hogan. This head was a little bit big. But at the end of the day, a very solid 2-pack. My most memorable match of all time, encased here in this tag team 2-pack. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at the packaging first. Warrior Hogan, you got the IC belt, you got the World belt. Not the greatest belts when you're comparing to Mattel right now. However, the greatest belts of all time, I still say to this day, are the Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars. We haven't got a belt like that since, in my book. So there you go. But you got Hogan and Warrior, both in the same pose in the package. The usual Classic Superstars packaging up top with the gold foil and the spikes. It was always tough getting these spikes good. Every once in a while you'd open up a case at Toys R Us and the whole top would be flattened. Oh, it was so disappointing. Oh, I found that new set I needed, but I can't get any of them. I have to pass on all of them because they're all messed up. There it is, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan on the side. And we got the glamour shot on the other side, Warrior with the distressed face paint. Hogan gritting his teeth because he knows he's in for the battle of his life. And the back of the package, we'll read the little blurbs up there. You got Hogan and Warrior glamour shot. You got the whole crew down here below. UPC, ages, restrictions, warnings, all the fun stuff back there. All right, let's see what it says about the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan debuted 1978, 275 pounds, height 6'7". I wonder how tall Hogan, I know he's shrunk with all his back surgeries and stuff, but I think he was only about 6'5", maybe. My dad's 6'8", and he didn't seem like he was anywhere close to being as tall as my dad. To me, finishing moves, the leg drop, titles, WWE Champion, WCW Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE Royal Rumble winner twice, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Favorite quote, "What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" Very good, because we saw him in the last Series 4 with Classy Freddie Blassie, and back in the late 70s, he was preaching the NWO was for life, as his quote, if we all remember back to that. Ultimate Warrior debuted 1985, 290 pounds, 6'2", finishing move, the Gorilla Press and Big Splash combination, titles, WWE Champion, WWE Intercontinental Champion, Kyle's favorite wrestler. Awesome of them to put that on the package. Favorite quote, always believe. And he's had so many quotes. But man, talk about a solid pack. This is what I needed to reignite the fire in the classic tag team set, like I said. It was some lulls, and this was the storm that brought us back, and everything went up from here, in my opinion at least. So there you have it, Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan, a Game Changer 2-pack. But next up, let's take a look at my favorite one in the Series 5. Alright, Series 5 continues with one of the most iconic tag teams of all time. A lot of people are saying, I can't believe Ultimate Warrior pack wasn't your favorite. I love Warrior, I love single-carded Warrior, I love Tag Warrior, I love any Warrior I can get. But Demolition at this time was such a game changer. Prior to this, we had the Hasbros, which I absolutely loved as a kid. I had all the incarnations, I had all 3 of them. I bought extra so I could have a helmet for everyone. But to get a modern day Demolition figure back at the time, it's not like the Ultimate Warrior we got in a lot of different series. At this point, we had no Demolition. One of the most iconic tag teams of the 80s, right behind the Road Warriors from me. Road Warriors did it first. That was who I saw first. But, oh, believe you me, when I saw Demolition come in, I was a fan from day one. This is exactly what I want out of wrestlers back in the day when I was a kid. Face paint. They look like they're in a Judas Priest video. I am all in on Demolition, and I was so excited to get this pack. I immediately bought 2 of them when they were on the shelf. Actually, I bought 2 of all of the the figures of this set except for Ted Dibiase and Virgil. I bought a double of Ultimate Warrior and Hogan to open. I bought a double of this one to open. It was a no-brainer for me. I had to have this Demolition. We later got another Demolition with more of their chaps and all that kind of stuff in the Classic Series, regular series. We didn't unbox them. We talked about them in one of our Classic Superstars review videos. And then we also got a 3-pack, which we'll talk about down the road, of Demolition. So Demolition, well represented in the Classic Superstars line, like they should be. And like I said, this was a game changer. I was so excited to get this pack. This is probably my favorite face paint incarnation of Demolition as well. So to start off hot with that, and then getting the helmets along with them. And then you got tag team belts, which were all right. But the helmets being the added touch, just a phenomenal, phenomenal 2-pack. You can't go wrong with face painted wrestlers, but Demolition, if we'd had such a long lull, we'd hoped we'd get Demolition in the Classic line, and we finally did. This was a true game changer, and this is why this was my favorite one of Series 5, just edging out Warrior and Hogan for me. Let's take a look at the packaging there. There it is, the most iconic face paint of Demolition, if you ask me, especially Smash. Smash was always my favorite in Demolition. So there it is, Classic Tag Team. You got the old star up top, everything else. So we've seen the packaging before. Got Demolition, Axe, and Smash on the side. Here comes the Axe, and here comes the Smasher. There it is. How cool is that? I just absolutely love that face paint on Smash. When I was a kid playing with my Hasbros, I used to pretend that was blood coming down his head. He'd get busted open hard way in matches. That's what I did. On the back, we got Axe, we got Smash, we got the old glamour shots. We got a little blurb, doesn't look like much. Got the whole heavy hitter lineup down below. Classic Superstars logo right up by Smash's head. But very iconic packaging, as we all know. Let's see what it says about our boys, Axe and Smash. Axe, debuted 1976, 302 pounds, 6'2". Finishing move, the decapitation elbow drop, titles World Tag Team Champion. Smash, debuted 1983, 292 pounds, 6'2" as well. Finishing move, what do you know? The decapitation elbow drop and a World Tag Team Champion as well. So there you go. Very cool. The year this set came out was 2006. So we were at least a year into the tag team sets. But like I said, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. One of my favorite Jakks Classic Superstars tag team packs of all time. Not my favorite. My favorite might surprise you. Maybe it won't. We'll get to it one of these days and we'll talk about it. But there it is. Demolition 2-pack. We got one left to go. That's the old $1 Million Man and Virgil. All right, now Classic Tag Team Series 5 comes to an end with the $1 Million Man and Virgil. Very cool pack. A heavy hitter series, Series 5. So this one normally would be pretty cool. If this was in a couple of sets earlier, I'd say, hey, this maybe is the best one of the bunch. I really like this pack, but nowhere near close to Hogan Warrior Demolition as far as favorites for me. But this was the sleeper one of the set, I guess you could say, maybe. Really cool to get a Ted Dibiase in the green tux. For you longtime fans like me and longtime collectors, a throwback to the Hasbro green suited figure back in the day. So I really, really liked that. And then I loved getting a Virgil. Bodyguard Virgil. You guys know back in Hasbro Day, we got Wrestler Virgil, but we never got Bodyguard Virgil. Really a missing piece to the old Hasbros back in the day, if you ask me. We didn't get a whole lot of managers. We didn't get any managers for that matter in the Hasbro days, but Virgil would have been a really cool one to have. So I was happy we got this Virgil in the Classic Superstars line. Surprisingly enough, I don't believe, I'm 100% positive, we have never got Wrestling Virgil again. Really kind of surprising. I figure maybe Classic Superstars line, maybe they just didn't have time to get to him. That's probably what happened. They ran out of time. I'm sure eventually they would have. Maybe Mattel will take a stab at it one day. I don't know. It just seems hard to do for Wrestling Virgil. But we did get a Toys R Us Mattel exclusive of this Virgil way back in the day. I can't remember. It might have been even like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that later was sold at Toys R Us. Boy, a long time ago, my memory is shot on that one. But very cool to get these two. Fits really good in the tag team sets because these two were kind of a tag team. Even though, one's the bodyguard and all that, it fits. It makes sense. It works. It gets us that green suited DiBiase. It gets us this Virgil. Hey, win-win. I think these two are better together than they would have been on a separate card. So there you go. But Virgil, Ted DiBiase, the accessory. We didn't get the $1 million belt with this one like we got in the single-carded Ted DiBiase. Still to this day, Jakks did the best $1 million belt, if you ask me. I still claim that, and I still stand by that. But we did get a dollar bill, a DiBiase buck, I guess we could call it. It looks like Ted DiBiase's face on the dollar. I could see that being very easily lost. And if you see these guys for sale loose, you rarely ever see that dollar bill. Because it's just paper, and it gets lost and all that fun stuff. So a little neat bonus, though, as an accessory, a one-off accessory, kind of cool. We did see some of that with another DiBiase figure back in the day. Was that Series 3, maybe? I can't remember off the top of my head. But there it is. There's Virgil and DiBiase. Very cool. Virgil kind of had, I don't know, the head scan, it works. You know who it is, but there's just something off. I don't know if the head's just a hair big. I'm not sure. But the DiBiase is absolutely fabulous. We did see this DiBiase basically repainted and re-released in a later Adrenaline set with Ted DiBiase Jr. As a father-son kind of pack. So that's one thing to take note of. There you go. You got Virgil and the $1 Million Man on the side. And their high school pictures. They're ready for formal, ready for prom. They got the limo. They're going to pick their dates up. And then you got the back, of course, with the glamour shots. Little blurbs. You got the whole lineup down below. Let's read. Let's see what it says about old Virgil and Ted DiBiase. Maybe one of these days I can get my dad on the channel and he can tell you about his run-in with Iron Mike DiBiase, Ted's dad. They had some heated words when my dad was a little boy. And Iron Mike took advantage of my dad as a kid and screwed him out of some money. So I think my dad's still looking to collect that money one of these days. Maybe we can get him on here to tell the story. Wouldn't that be something? $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase debuted 1975, 260 pounds, 6'3". $1 Million Dream was the finishing move. Titles: WWE Tag Team Champion and $1 Million Champion. Favorite quote: "Everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man." So true. Everybody does have a price at the end of the day. Virgil 1985 debut. Weight 239 pounds, 6'2". Finishing move: the $1 Million Dream. So there you go. They both had the same finisher. Virgil got very lucky to get this role. I think he really was lucky to luck into this bodyguard role, as he was a jobber on Wrestling Challenge, one of these new Wrestling Challenge episodes that went up on WWE On Demand. WWE On Demand. Look at me. I'm in the Classic Superstars moment. WWE On Demand. Sign up. Get your free Ric Flair figure. No, the WWE Network, I should say. But there's some Mike Jones squash matches out there. So very cool. But like I said, a great set. Really belongs in this two-pack lineup. Just not the best in this Series 5. Series 5, game changer, if you ask me. I've said it a few times. I'll say it again. So there it is. Classic Superstars Series 5 Tag Teams. We'll be back next week with Series 6. But in the meantime, don't forget to like the video. Hit the old thumbs up. You watched this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss one of these Jakks videos. You will be a Jakks expert by the time this whole series is done, as we walk through and take a look at every single classic figure that was ever made by Jakks. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave me a comment. Did you ever pick these up? Do you have these? All that fun stuff we always talk about. And for the $1 Million Man, Virgil, Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, and my boys Demolition, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.